So you finally decided to fight me after all this time.
Now, I hear you coming from miles away. There's no possible way that ninjas could defeat a Saiyan and Goku on top of that. But, if you look at the history of less powerful characters defeating superhumans like, I don't know, let's say Batman, who actually stands a chance against the Kryptonian Superman using wits, there is a chance OP ninjas could actually succeed in bringing down Goku once and for all. How, you ask? Well, to find out, you'll need to keep watching this video as I talk about 10 jutsu techniques that could literally kill Goku. Let's start working on our master plan.
Transform!
I'm fully aware that I'm playing a dangerous game by pitting the Naruto universe characters against the godlike Saiyan Goku. But while Goku is super powerful, he is not immortal and died a few times during the Dragon Ball series. 3 times to be precise. So by using specific jutsu techniques, Naruto's character does stand a chance against the machine that is Goku. The first type of jutsu technique on our list is the infamous Magekyo Sharingan abilities. Kotoa Matsukami stands as one of the most powerful genjutsu in the entire Naruto franchise. In the hand of Shisui, it can control Goku's mind, making him do whatever he wants. Originally used by Shisui Uchiha, the ability, which literally means distinguished heavenly gods, and acts as one of the most powerful mind control techniques. Anyone holding this kind of power could just have Goku Kamehameha himself off the face of the multiverse. Another Naruto OP power that could just make Goku bite the dust is Rinnegan. As part of the 3 great dojutsu, Rinnegan can be used in various ways, and turn the user's eyes a light purple with hypnotic black circles. There are 2 jutsu techniques that fall under this creepy eye technique that could be used against the powerful Saiyan: the Naraka path and the human path. The former allows the user to summon the King of Hell himself, an unkillable force of nature. The monster's unusual tactics involve him pulling someone's tongue out and drawing out the person's life force, which he could destroy if he wanted to. The human path could be used right at the start of a battle, or actually before the battle, and rip the soul from Goku before he even knew what struck him. Particle Style is a nature transformation Keki Tota, or an advanced jutsu technique, which combines the powers of 3 elements: fire, wind, and earth. It involves the creation of a 3-dimensional geometrical form, like a cube for example, coming from the user's chakra. The technique, which requires a lot of energy, doesn't look that threatening at first sight with a simple form and a small light orb floating in the middle of it. But make no mistake, this could rip Goku to shreds in a matter of seconds. The jutsu technique serves one purpose alone: to disintegrate anyone that passes through it to a molecular level. Knowing how fast Goku is when rushing into things and that he holds a very high level of speed, chances are he would just fly right through it and turn to dust. The trap just needs to be set at the right time and at the right moment. This one is an attack that only Kaguya can perform. The all-killing Ash Bones is a name to be feared since it has the power to turn anyone to dust. In order to use this jutsu technique, Kaguya has to harden her own bones, and then pierce her skin and extend outward. She then uses her bones in various ways. She can stab her opponent or use her bones as projectiles, to only name 2. To some extent, the result is a bit like the particle style jutsu technique, but more personal. While Goku could evade Kaguya's attack, he'd have to be careful of projectiles while she attacks him head-on at the same time. Only one hit causes guaranteed death, and no matter how much endurance the victim has, there's no stopping the effects of the all-killing Ash Bones once the process is started. The jutsu technique called C4 is not called that by pure coincidence. It is literally explosive. The technique that was created by Deidara involves the creation of a giant doll which is filled with microscopic bombs. These tiny weapons, when dispersed, can enter anyone's bloodstream if inhaled. While nothing much happens when the bombs enter its new body host, a detonation occurs when the creator of the microbombs decides so. This one acts more like a trap technique than an assault one. A way to kill Goku using this technique would be to make a clone doll of oneself and trick him into destroying it. This would disperse the microbombs around him, and when activated, they would disintegrate him at the cellular level, leaving nothing behind. Bye bye, Son Goku. The Reaper Death Seal Jutsu technique is yet another one with a summon component. While the Nakara path Rinnegan summoned the King of Hell, the Reaper Death Seal calls the Grim Reaper. When the Reaper appears, he does what he does best, takes the opponent's soul. This technique seems to be a pretty effective one against Goku, as I doubt Goku can actually battle death himself. And when the Grim Reaper takes someone's soul, it seals it inside what is called the Belly of Death. This could turn out to be not only a solution to finally get rid of Goku, but permanently, as the Dragon Balls might not be able to revive him since he would be trapped forever inside a living carnation of death. Created by Tobiro Masenju, Edo Tensei is what happens when Naruto goes full Walking Dead. With that power, someone can resurrect any character they deem fit, while infusing them with unlimited energy, regeneration, and stamina. The only downside of the jutsu is that the undead warrior comes back a tiny bit weaker. But bringing back a team of almost undefeatable Dragon Ball characters like Frieza or Cell, boost them with unlimited powers and pit them against Goku, and you have yourself one epic way to defeat the Saiyan. Oh, and I almost forgot this little yet important detail. You need to kidnap a few people and sacrifice them during a ritual in order to have the dead characters come back to life using the victim's body as an initial avatar before the newborn villain's features and powers reappear. That's kinda creepy even for me. Mei's special jutsu technique, called boil release, involves a combination of fire and water. While it varies from user to user, it always involves a form of lethal steam that can dissolve about anything. When Mei was fighting against Sasuke, she succeeded in melting his Susanoo ribcage, which was made of an ethereal skeleton. If it can melt something as strong as this, it can definitely turn Goku into a gooey pile of flesh. Of course, trapping Goku in a closed location would be necessary to spread the corrosive mist around. While this is easier said than done, if an Edo Tensei user was around, they could use their undead puppets while they held Goku down and disappeared with him at the same time. And that solves our little problem. Chibaku Tensei Jutsu is a jutsu linked to the Sage of Six Paths and is mainly used by Rinnegan users. Combining the yin and yang powers of the Six Paths, this special technique allows its user to create a dark orb, which pulls anything in its surroundings towards it. The technique is so OP that it was used by Hagoromo and Hamada to create the moon itself in order to trap the Ten Tails body in it. Granted, the technique has mostly been used to trap powerful threats in, it doesn't seem like it'd be able to actually kill Goku at first sight. But taking into account that it takes the chakra from its target, there is a chance that it would also slowly take away Goku's ki, or life force. It might be a slow death, but it's a sure one. Or almost. Today's last jutsu technique that could kill Goku is called reverse Tetagram sealing. It somehow works a bit like the Chibaku Tensei, but on a way smaller scale. While this jutsu is quite powerful, it's only to be used once, since the user gets caught in their own attack while performing it. It basically involves the creation of a large sphere, which pulls in anything in its proximity. So, if Goku had the upper hand with one of our favorite Naruto ninjas, and let's be honest, he probably would, the user would simply activate a seal that has been placed across their chest and bring Goku with them to the grave. It sounds like a desperate one, but it wouldn't be the first time someone sacrifices themselves for the greater good. Goku might be one of the most OP anime characters out there, but he's not the stealthiest one, which comes at an advantage for Naruto characters who have been trained to be like the wind and strike while being unnoticed. The solution to get rid of Goku once and for all is in timing and planning.